Welcome and thanks for joining me. This is Roxanne Kelemen with Advantage Title. And as I've been telling you, the whole month of September is dedicated to giving you an inside view of all of the amazing talent that we have here at Advantage Title. So today we're focusing a little bit on having you get to know Miss Teri Lyer. And Miss Teri Lyer is our actual Chief Title Officer. Am I correct?
Yes.
Teri, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you. You're very welcome. I am so excited to have you, and I'd like to ask you a couple of different questions. The first one is, what is your position?
Well, I'm a title officer, but we do offer full service title unit, so we do a lot of things maybe that other title companies don't do. But I handle everything from helping open ordering messengers, doing recordings, clearing SIs, all the way to policy corrections, policy finalization, underwriting questions. Whatever needs to be done. If I can't do it, I'll find somebody who does, but pretty much the buck stops with me.
Okay, great. So you really are the authority on all of the things that have to do with those files. So you pretty much understand all the underwriting standards for our company as well, right?
As much as I need to.
Okay.
The claims process is something that we try to avoid. Obviously, that's what we're doing, is writing title insurance to make sure that we don't have claims. So if I have questions, I do have a very good underwriting department to go to. But yeah, I am aware of most of the requirements that they have me under to make sure that we're clearing title and that we have as minimal amount of claims as possible.
Perfect. Which brings me to one of the things that you just mentioned, that is the SI process. And I know as a title representative how important and valuable it is to get that up front. Why should these agents really understand what the reasoning is for them to help get and support in getting that SI, which is the statement of information up front?
Right.
What might happen?
Well, there's a lot of different things, and what I always try and stress to people is that the real estate agents are usually the first point of contact with their clients, especially in a seller position. Mm-hmm. The sellers may not remember things that have happened in the past, and I always try and explain there's nothing that we can't fix if we're given enough time. So if the real estate agent can get a statement of information as soon as possible, if not up front, as soon as possible, or at least help to coordinate to get it, we can clear the indexing from the sellers. We don't want child support liens popping up, and federal tax liens popping up at the last minute that somebody thinks that has been released or taken care of, but it's not of record that it's been taken care of. That can be 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks to get cleared up. And that's not something that people like to have happen at the last minute. And quite often we get SIs on a seller the day we close.
I know that. That's the reason why.
And that's rolling the dice.
And that's rolling the dice.
Yes.
I understand. Which is the reason why I want our agents to understand the value, the importance of them getting fully involved and asking some great questions. It'll help them with the transition of getting their transaction closed and those families moved in and moved out of those homes.
Right. It's a matter of being, for a lack of better words, and I hate to overuse this word because I think it's a little overused, but people need to be transparent when they come to this stage, when they're selling their property or refinancing their property. They need to be with their real estate professional and be honest. Because if they're honest, then we're not going to have any surprises.
Great.
It's when things are held up at the last minute, somebody neglects on getting something in, people start worrying, and then we have problems at the end, and then it all makes sense.
Great.
It all makes sense at the end why they were hesitant on giving us information.
Well, good. And one of the things that I want them to know as well is that they can always call any one of the professionals out here, and especially me, regarding what you need to have to be able to get your transaction closed on time. Teri, I appreciate you coming on board. I wanted this series to really focus in on who's running what behind the scenes and helping us to be able to close these transactions well. So thanks for joining us.
Sure. Thanks.
Folks, look forward to seeing you again, and remember, find me on Facebook.